Power Query is a very powerful gateway to get started with Power BI, and in this video we'll show you how you can obtain the data from this Wikipedia page into Power Query, prepare it for your visuals, and then create a map in Power BI, and you can achieve it all in just 6 minutes. So first of all, please make sure that you have installed Power BI Desktop. If you did not, please proceed to Microsoft Store and type here Power BI Desktop. So in my case, I have it installed. Again, make sure that it's actually Power BI Desktop, not Power BI Report Builder. And if you use a Mac machine, we'll have a separate video on how to install Power BI on Mac machines. After that, you can launch Power BI Desktop from your computer. And you will see a window which looks like that. It's a new version of it. So if you have an older version, it's a good idea to update Power BI because it can be obsolete and missing some important new features. So I'll click here on Report, and then I'll click Transform Data to get the table from Wikipedia. Of course, you can get it directly, but in most cases, you first have to prepare your data through Power Query. After you click on Transform Data, Power Query window opens. Then you go back to Wikipedia page, copy this link. In Power Query, you click on New Source, and then you select Web. If you don't see Web here, click on More and type Web in this window and click on Web. Now you can insert the URL and click OK. A Navigator window would open, and we will select GDP in USD. It's our table. We can double check that that's the correct table by looking at table view here. And after that, we click OK. We can start using Power Query immediately. For example, you can see that the names of the columns are generic names which are not informative, like column 1, column 2, and so on. But the true name of the column, it's actually row number 1. So what you can do here, you can click on Use First Row as Headers, this button in Power Query Editor, and then it will replace these generic names with the name of the column. Also observe that the first row now is not informative and we may want to remove it. And in the top of your screen, you can see here option Reduce Rows. And if you click here on Remove Rows, you can easily fix that. So you will just click here on Remove Rows, remove top rows, and insert one, and then click OK. Now observe that I want to use data from the World Bank, which is number 6 here, but it's currently recorded as a text. You see this little button next to the name of the column, and it shows you the current type of the data as it's been recorded by Power Query. So let's click on that and choose whole number, option number 3, and observe that some of the numbers could not be recorded and they generate the error because it was a text or some missing data. And we can fix it by clicking on Remove Rows and then choosing Remove Errors. And in this way, we can only have the correct values here without any errors. So we have prepared the data for analysis. Now let's click on Close and Apply here, and that will bring us back to Power BI. So we are done with Power Query for now. And in your data panel on Power BI, you can see our table which has been added here. If you click on this arrow, you will observe all the columns which are available here. And I want to do a field map, and field map here is available next on a panel called Visualizations. So I just select that. Of course, I can make it a bit bigger. Then I select country territory from the list and observe that it has been added to my location placeholder. Now I want to add a color to represent the GDP per capita according to World Bank estimates. Of course, you can use your own data here. And for that, I'll just choose this formatting option. And if I do so, I will proceed to fill colors here. And after that, I'll choose this FX to properly select the color for my visual. Now it looks like a complicated picture here. Of course, you will learn it step by step. So let's start from a simple example here. I'll switch format style to gradient. I will open a field which is World Bank, and finally I need to set up the colors. So let's use white for a minimum color, and let's use dark violet for the maximum value. Let's click OK. And after a few seconds, you can see on this map that richer countries, they have a darker color, and poorer countries, they have a white color. Okay, so we are done. We loaded data from Wikipedia to Power Query. We have cleaned the data, and we plotted a field map visual. Thank you so much, and see you in the following videos.